Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the London Bulldogs. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Rosen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Got his man, that's Harry. But he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Richard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And in hindsight, probably... Stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Second and 15. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Back to throw. Catch is made by Harry. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A draw play for Mixon. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. He'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On the delay, it's Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mixon with a first down carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Joe Mixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
They're going to look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rosen, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mixon. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
Yeah, that's a good play.
And they work this out past the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Richard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down now, Richard. And some space here. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rosen will throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. To throw is Rosen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So with time running out in the half, they were forced to settle there for the short field goal.
And you and I both know they would have loved one more shot at the end zone before they decided to settle for that field goal. But it was a prudent, smart play. Take the points and move on.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is going to do that.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the pressure gets to him again. Raekwon McMillan, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete to Harry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's how you get the not the chuck out that fucking minute.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that
Not
continues
chuck
to
out that
struggle to
fucking
sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Ooh, shit.
The boost the defense gave them. Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points.
Oh, you need a timeout. You need a timeout. Don't do this one. You need a timeout.
They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action here with Rosen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
Like Granita, baby.
A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. This may be a free play here for Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught. 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. Richard.
Man, what the heck? Why did he slow down?
They'll stop him behind the line.
That's what I don't get.
3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nigga slow the fuck down.
2nd down and goal. Rosen. To the end zone, but
good
it's
defense.
incomplete.
Why the fuck did he slow down, JB?
You've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 3rd and goal. Rosen. Let's get back.
Good play.
Find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Yeah, they throw it.
Marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the 1st half.
Why are you doing all this
They've
fucking
got their 1st
pass,
sack
man?
here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to
Run the
increase
ball,
pressure.
nigga.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. This is Mixon. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Damn. Ran the route for him. That nigga Godfrey ran the route for him.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point.
Gonzo.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
We'll make a fumble that, JB.
44. That one good for 7 yards.
God.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
My fault.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to throw now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
Ooh, he got it strong, okay? He got it strong.
Couldn't reel it in. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Xavier Howard, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now we give right side. Richard, he's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
That's a weird runner anyway. I don't know what the fuck I was passing the ball for. I'm going to run any goddamn way.
Up at the 40-yard line. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I'm going to run any goddamn way,
So
JB.
a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Richard. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ooh, he got shot at that bit.
Take it on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't.
And look at this. It's a fake.
Oh, shit. What are he doing trying to pass the ball?
Make the 1st down marker.
Supposed to run, idiot.
On downs.
He's supposed to run that.
We usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Oh, wrong play.
Got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the
He can't go nowhere.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
You alert.
By Micah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And some room to maneuver.
He's supposed to be gone, JB.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload.
Damn right he looked fresh.
No, well conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Get him!
3 yards for the touchdown.
Get him!
To extend that advantage.
Did him.
A comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
Doing them nasty.
Is there bad blood that went into
That's right. Beat that run in, open that pass up. Beat that run in and open that pass up. I'm a runner. I'm a fucking runner first.
They're worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17.
Yeah, we heard it. We heard the fuck nigga. We heard him, baby. He hurt, baby. Yeah, it's human.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Not with blitz time now, baby. Blitz time now, baby. We know blitz now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He finds his running back, Mixon, and he's taken down.
His running back is best receiver. His running back is best receiver. What game? His running back is best receiver. What?
Plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Damn, I ain't get my play in. I ain't get my play in.
On first down, here's Love.
No, sir.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down.
2 rushes, -3.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided
trash can,
so it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pretty much -7, baby.
Cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. 2nd and 14. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
Highlight him.
The coverage there.
Highlight him.
On the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You try it again. Get over Xavier. This is Xavier, baby.
Last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Confused him. Confused him. Confused him. Confused him. Confused him. The boy is silly out there. Got a lucky score first quarter.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it.
Couldn't fucking move the ball no more. Couldn't move the fucking ball no more at that lucky goddamn score.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Finna go with 1st down, JB. I got him over here.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50
the ball, man.
seconds
Play for fun, man.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
I mean, I can't use this shit. This nigga's using it, I can't use it.
Ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down formation.
I can use it. I thought I couldn't use that play. Ooh, shit.
Again, yet another
oh my God.
Nasty. And I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score. This
damn nasty.
But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it
damn
works.
nasty.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. There. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they
I need that ball again.
But that's about it.
I need the ball again. I want the ball again.
Each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Make a fumble. No, not like that, y'all. Not like that, y'all. Not like that, y'all. Tackle, not like that. Not like that. Don't let him score like that. Not like that. Hell no. Not like that. Fuck that. I'm getting more points.
Even after that big time,
shit.
It's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else,
not like that, well.
Thank
you.
Say, hey, we can move forward.
Thank you. Not like that. Oh, fake spike. No, what the hell is this? Good shit. Ooh, he gone. Good play, boy. Oh, they robbed you. They robbed you. He was gone. I can't tell that like guy, man. Don't let him score no more. Let him score no more, JB. No more. No fucking more. Bitch, you ain't getting that play again? Is you crazy? Why not get that play again?
2nd and 10.
Oh, good play. I like that play. Good play. Come on, let him score at the last second, y'all. Come on now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Y'all let this nigga run a simple slant. A simple slant. Come on, man.
We get a timeout call.
A simple slant, baby. A simple slant. Good play. Nothing good about that. Oh, shit.
Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up.
That's my fault. I'm the wrong shit.
He'll look to throw, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
A big fucko.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
that nigga pull. I mean, they blocking on that bitch. Look how big boy pull. chase to get back on fire. You made it a G. You know what it is. You made it. You were pivotated, you got your block on fire, you remain in G. Into the moment you was fighting, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something, you handle your bid. Don't be crying and suffering. Damn.